Hey everyone, how's it going? So what am I doing now? Well, I'm going to show you how to adjust a parking brake on a Subaru Impreza 2014. A lot of cars with a hand parking brake have a very similar setup. Not all of them. Some of them have self-adjusting ones, but these do not. These have an actual adjustment to them. This is a drum and hat type of rear brake, meaning you have a caliper and a rotor, but then you also have a drum brake system on the inside of the rotor. So the rotor itself has a drum to the inside of it. We just did rear brakes on this thing, and we adjusted up the rear parking brake shoes to the drum the way they're supposed to be, and the customer actually would like it tighter. That was one of their complaints beforehand. They felt that it could be tighter, but we had to do rear brakes anyway, so we did rear pads and rotors. We did clean up the parking brake. We did adjust everything. Actually, Rick did the job. And to me, the parking brake feels perfectly fine, but the customer would like it tighter. So it's better than it was before. Like before, the thing would go almost all the way up, but it would still hold the car. Now it goes up, I don't know, several clicks, but the customer would like it even tighter than that. So we can't adjust it at the back anymore, because if we adjust it at the back, the shoes will start dragging on the drum portion of the rotor. So don't want to do that. It's adjusted as far as it's going to go. And the shoes themselves are in perfect shape. So whatever, the car's only got 140,000 miles on it. So let me just show you real quick what you got to do on this. And like I said, many vehicles with a hand type brake is very similar, but not all of them. So you may have to look up and see whatever application you have. So here, I'm going to show you real quick. Like 7 clicks, and that's as I can bring it up to 8. But before, it used to come up quite a bit. Yeah. So, all right. So now what I got to do on this is I have to pull this boot up. A lot of times you can pull on the leather and it would pop up, but not on this. Oops. This is not having any of that. So you got to get this piece to gently come up and out without breaking anything, I hope. Just like that. There it goes. And there's your adjustment right there. Pretty simple, right? So now with this, I brought myself a gear wrench and a 10mm on a ratchet, because I figured it was going to be a 10. I wasn't sure. It could have been a 10 or a 12, and I really thought it was going to be a 10. So that's what I brought with me. Just tuck this off to the side like this. Now, you saw me using this tool. This is a panel tool. I'm going to put a link in the description for this. These things are absolutely phenomenal. I mean, look how thin that is. That's like thinner than a butter knife, and they are super strong. Like, I bought a bunch of these for myself because I absolutely love them. So this way I could have it at home. I remember the first time I bought one, I was just like, wow, I can't believe how good this thing is. Plus, with the tip of it being so thin, it gets in between panels that are, sometimes you got panels that are like really tight up against one another. So, all right. I never liked these type of armrests. Just never liked them. Personal thing. So anyway, here we go. We're going to tighten this up. Basically, all you're doing is you're screwing that screw down, or nut down, I should say, and it's pulling the cable tighter. Now, what I don't want to do is I don't want to make it too tight. See, I still got free play there, but he wants it tighter, so I'm just going to go a little bit more. Now, I'm going to leave it there. At 3 clicks, that thing is on there. That's pretty darn tight, so that's where I'm going to leave that. So now we've got to snap this pad, or this boot, back in place. Make sure everything's sitting where it's supposed to be sitting. Can I do this one-handed? I don't know. Maybe not. Didn't pop in down at the bottom like I thought it would. Let me just verify what is at the bottom that has to pop in. Oh, it snaps over that. That's what I missed. There's actually a tab there and a, see that? That bracket just slips over top of it. Like such. Come on, baby. And I'm trying to do this with my left hand, and I'm a righty. So it's making it a little difficult. There it goes. There it goes. It's nice and in place now. All right, let's just back up a little bit. 3 clicks, and that thing's fully locked on. I could go 4 clicks if I wanted to, but that's perfect. 3 is going to hold this thing, I believe. And yeah, my foot's off the brake. And it's in gear. It's in neutral. But yeah, that holds it fine. And there's reverse. Okay. There's drive. Reverse is usually a little less effective. Plus this thing's at high idle. There we go. There's drive. There's reverse. Holding perfectly fine. Okay. So I'm good with that. Alright. Nice little quick video. Not too difficult. I mean, shoot, you could do this in your driveway. You can do it in a parking lot somewhere. All you really need is, I mean, you could have done it with an open-end wrench if you wanted to, but really all you need is a 10mm and a little ratchet. Pretty simple. Make sure you don't over-tighten it because you don't want the brakes dragging. If you let the brakes drag, then you're going to wind up overheating the rotors and stuff like that. I've seen that happen many a times. So, all right. Well, I hope you got something out of that. If you did, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. If you look down in the description, you will see links to Amazon products. I'm going to put a link for these. These things are fantastic. Okay. My links actually, if you purchase something through one of my links, I mean, it doesn't change the price or anything, but if you purchase something through the link, I get a small percentage out of it, so it does help. Even if you just click on it, it does give me traffic, and as you saw with that one video, I'm trying to set up stores and stuff like a store and stuff like that because I'm going to be having merchandise shortly. Anyway, that's about it. All right, guys. Hope you got something out of that. If you did, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, have a great day, and keep wrenching. Before I forget, if you have a foot brake type parking brake, a lot of them are self-adjusting, but a lot of them actually have a very similar adjustment to what this one was, where you can get in there and actually tighten up like a 10mm nut or something along those lines, or where the cable comes down through the floor and actually splits for the 2 other cables. A lot of times there's an adjustment there. It's very similar to this. So if you have one of those designs, maybe take a look. But like I said, a lot of them are also self-adjusting, so it's something to keep in mind. You may not find an adjustment like that. But if you have a foot brake, you may find that also. And if you have an electric parking brake, there is no adjustment. It's all done through the actual motors in the back that control the position of the brake pads. So, all right, that's it. Have a great day. Keep wrenching.